pick up on to be successful in the second half or win. Like I said, the guy from like Patterson, we debated about why would he say like fire head coach after he lost like a key game, like it happens. And that's basically it. And then my next question was, what real project would be useful to the mentor in my LTL site? Wait, LTL site is my internship. So my project in the end, like I said, I want to be commentating for the boys in basketball games. So like when the boys are playing, well, we haven't established the away side yet because traveling to school. But for the home games, most likely we're on the agreement to try to get me in there so I can commentate for the boys St. Hall basketball game and giving feedback and bringing it to my staff and students so you guys can listen to my thing. And also, for heads up, if you guys want to like attend any St. Hall game, just let me know in advance. My mentor hooks me up with tickets, so just let me know in advance. Is there a part on an ongoing project that a student can take on at the site? Yeah, things aren't easy there, but every time I go there, it's a different learning experience for me to go there and like different method for me to learn. And I learn different things every time I go there. It's not like I go there, everyone says like, all right, we're going to do the same thing we did last Wednesday. It's a different thing. And the schedule for the men's basketball team this season is crazy. So it's different things. What type of work will most benefit the student? I believe working with people that are there that surround you with great things and learning abilities. So people there at St. Hall, they surround me with great positive attitude. Something about a great vibe there, especially my mentor and his workers, and then the college students themselves. Like I'm meeting like new college students, some probably juniors, seniors, freshmen, and they're new to it, so they're filling me in and giving me some college advice. That's pretty good. Next one. Describe the products. What is the value to the organization? Now this question was about my project, like going forward with my older brother. So if I were able to work with my older brother at radio station South Jersey, I need to get the okay from him and his boss because you can't just bring your brother or bring someone in general to your radio station just like, all right, here you go ahead, go nuts. Create a schedule or arrangement to get everything set up between me and him and his boss. Make my way to South Jersey and see how we can get things moving forward to help the team together. What need or problem does it address? Communication has to be good between us. Like for this, I can't have communication with my brother. Like I text him like Monday, and then I text him back Friday, and like it has to be like everyday thing. And we're gonna try to move on this going forward. Traveling there and back. So I currently don't know how I'm gonna get to South Jersey back. Probably my uncle or train or something, or he picked me up. But we have to get that established if we want to move this project going forward. Learning goals. What skills does a student need to work on back at school? Now, I'm not the smartest kid, as you can see, but I'm trying. So one of my skills is to address my time and preparation skills. I prepared for this, not fully, but I was up like last night at 3. Pay attention more when needed. Like sometimes in class, I can pay attention, but then like I can put my head down or like put my head and then I'll miss a key fact in the topic while like different classes. And also, I have like this big thing. I just stop being lazy. Like, my uncle tells me that like every day when I don't want to do something. And if I don't do a homework assignment, I get yelled at or I get body punches. That's how I just been growing up black uncle. What can be added to enhance the depth of work? Add regular reading, displaying results graphically, looking at historical perspective. Improve and add my reading skills. I mean, reading good every day, but I can read like 1,000 things about sports or articles, but not my life. Take the feedback and build it up for my next exhibition so I can do better. So obviously after this is over, you guys are giving me everything, probably destroy mine. So I need to take this and build up on it so for my next exhibition I can improve from the things I did wrong for today. So next one I can be a little bit better and improve on. What work materials will be drafted, saved, back and forth for the workplace and school? So basically with the workforce, that means like my work here and my work at my internship. So I need my mind, my body, my physical drive to do this every time. But I can do it like every Wednesday because I love it. It's motivation to me. Self-assessment. How much of the project will be completed by the student's next exhibition? So as I said, there's a lot of things I have to work on with my older brother, trying to get things moving forward for this. So hopefully by the next exhibition I can at least have 85-90% done. But if it doesn't work, I'm also going to try to come up with a plan B. But hopefully my plan A does work. My reflection. So basically things I want to continue from now to my next internship and for like the rest of the year. Get good grades, enjoy my internship and new things, and take advantage of my opportunities. I mean, you don't get a lot of opportunities in life, so what I do, take full advantage of it. And Thank you for everyone. Oh, P.S. These are my sports teams, by the way. If none of you in there are with my sports teams, don't talk to me for the school year. Lakers Nation, you guys know I'm a big Laker fan. Don't say anything about the Bulls. I'm a big Patriots fan, and I'm probably one of the big Mets fans in the school. This is my goal. This is my last slide, relax. So this is my Jim Valvano, basically. He was a North Carolina State head coach. They won that. North Carolina State won the NCAA championship in 1983. There's a documentary on ESPN and on Netflix, 30 for 30. It's called NC State. So basically, Jim Valvano, he's a guy. He was, brought into coaching. NC State. It's a documentary like how the players were like they were horrible for the first 3 years. But Jim Valvano himself, he had a message and he had a thing to the people, to his teammates. And then the Miracle Cinderella story, senior year, every play they did good. They shocked the world. They beat a couple of great teams such as Georgetown, which had the great Patrick Ewing that got drafted to the Knicks. And he died. Well, in '93 he had his big ESPN SB award. He won the Arthur Ashe Award. And then that day he wasn't supposed to go because he was really sick due to cancer. But some of you guys know Coach K, Mike Krzyzewski for Duke. He was he was Jim's best friend, and he helped him motivate him to do the award show that day. And he gave a speech, and basically in his speech he was saying some things about his life and how cancer beat him, and how cancer can't beat him. And he gave his message. That's basically the night where Jimmy Lee Foundation started, and he gave his message to the people that help award money for cancer, because it may not save his life, but it can save others. And then after that night, things were forward. I think he died in like 94, the beginning of 94. But that night right there was special. If you want to watch videos on YouTube, this warning, it may make you cry and touch, because it has for me. I watched like a million times. Basically, one of his things he said that's usually like touching. He said to me, there are three things we all should do every day. We should do this every day of our lives. Number one, we should laugh. If you don't laugh every day, I don't know what's wrong with you. Number two, you should laugh every day. Number two, you should think. You should spend some time thinking and thought. It doesn't matter what it's about, life, your girlfriend, your family, your sports teams, doesn't matter. Number three, you should have your emotions move to tears, and it can be happiness or joy. So, I think you should do that. But think about it. If you laugh, you think, and you cry, that's a full day right there. You think, laugh, and cry, that's a full day. Look at you. That's a full day right there. You think about that every day. That's a heck of a day. You should do that 7 days a week. You're going to have something special when you do this. I don't know most of you don't do none of the three. Probably the first two of laugh and think. But hopefully your thoughts and happiness should be moved to tears and joy. I'm going to dig my heart about something. And that's it. That's all I have for myself. Yes. Well, you guys do feedback.
Feedback from just a couple of students. I also want to get feedback from our alumni and then the adults. So, Oscar.
Well, I like your Jeopardy. It was different.
It wasn't easy.
Yeah. Like, I see your vision. Like, I guess you're into like sports. I wanted you to talk about your vision. Like, I want to really see what how you really feel. And I guess I could have done it better. You could have shortened it up, give it a little spice to us. I felt like it was a little too long. But overall, you have a passion for sports, and I'm looking forward towards your, what's it called, your final product, with your brother. So.
All right. How about we get from Anthony and then the adults? We're really tight for time. We gotta get Anna.
So this is the first exhibition. This is the first exhibition I've seen from you. I think you did a pretty hard job. I feel like there were a few small errors here and there.
Pay attention.
Some of the things that were going on were your slides were a little bit overloaded. Like you could see, you were using bullets, but you were using so many, and you were making like every slide so full that it kind of makes your exhibition a little bit too long. You want to keep your bullets short and either memorize or have note cards to complete the rest of what you're doing. It leads for great presentation skills. You were going back and forth. You did a really good job at the beginning, especially with your eye contact. Then towards the end, because the slides are so long, you would have to go back and you turn your back to the audience and read off the slide a little bit. Then you would turn back to the audience and you kept going back and forth. So that's another consequence of having those really long slides with just nothing but text. You should picture things like that. And overall, I think you did a really good job. I think you'd make a great sports announcer because if you put the energy that you seem to have in sports, that you would put it into what you do. Like you were talking, that person drags you in and it shows you the show and makes it entertaining. If you do that the way you kind of showed a little bit that you were interested in your sports, if you do that later on, it'll make your life a lot easier. And if you take a few tips that people are giving you today and put it into your next exhibition, it'll be really great. Thank you.
Let's give Miss A, because we have to move on. We gotta make sure Anna gets her presentation. You can give him his feedback personally. Go ahead, Miss A.
I want to hear this.
Okay, so I think that there's no doubt in my mind that you have passion for sports. It's so obvious in the way that you speak and your presentation and everything. So I applaud you on that, and I encourage you to do more research and go into it all the way. The only negative thing that I really have is going off of what he said. You have a lot of information, and probably for your next exhibition, what I would recommend is you pick and choose what you think is important. So just keep in mind the time, because I'm not sure how long this was. I think
Probably
45 minutes.
it was pretty long, but and it was. So what you have to do is pick and choose what we really need to know.
Yeah.
You know what
Well,
I
I
mean?
was basically like following the
Yeah, I know.
rubric.
Yeah,
Like each
but
slide.
because you went into detail for
Yeah.
most of it.
Well, I wanted to. I didn't want
Yeah.
to say it. Move on. I wanted to.
No,
I think you feel me on it.
I think it's one of those things that you just have to get used to doing. The more you do it, the more you'll realize. When
Yeah.
I put like 2 words on a bullet and then I just briefly talk about it,
Oh yeah.
it connects more rather than having like, oh, I gotta give like so many details.
Yeah.
Which I think is great because it means that you have a lot of content knowledge, right? Well, that's what you need in order to be successful, especially in an industry like this. Like
There you go.
all the details that you're giving about